So everybody, this is Adam, and today I'm going to be making a shorter video about MEPS. Sorry if my hair's a fucking mess. I just got out of the shower and shit. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to want to make a shorter video than the last MEPS video that I did, because the last one I made was 17 minutes long. It was really long, drawn out, and boring. So this time I just want to get straight to the point and still be entertaining. So what is MEPS, you might ask? Well, MEPS is pretty much the center of medical evaluation. Pretty much they're going to see whether or not if you are physically fit to be in the military. So they're going to be checking your sight, your ears, your what's it called, your physical abilities, your joints, and of course a piss test. So when do you go, you might ask? Well, you go to MEPS when your recruiter pretty much sets a date up. So when you go talk to your recruiter, you're going to tell them what jobs you want and this, that, and the other. You're going to sign a piece of paper, and after you sign this piece of paper that says you're going to go to MEPS, you go to MEPS, you get a date. And then pretty much that's around the time of your enlistment that you actually go to MEPS. From there, you're going to actually get sent to a hotel. You're going to stay overnight unless you show up early enough to actually go to the MEPS. So most of the time, you're just going to end up staying at a hotel overnight. Then the next morning, you're going to go to MEPS. So at 4 o'clock in the morning, that's when we got to MEPS. And that was our first military wake-up. And pretty much, you go to MEPS, and you're gonna get briefed on how to actually enter the building, because there's a specific way you're supposed to go in. There's a guard there that will drag you out by the hair. I've seen that happen to a girl. She got dragged out by her hair out to a bench. So you just gotta make sure you enter the right way, follow all the directions. Then you're gonna go to your branch's office. There's an office for every branch, even the Coast Guard. And sure enough, yes, you're gonna meet up with your branch. They're gonna give you a packet, and then you're gonna go up to your next briefing. So next up, there's the briefing. So you're going to get a briefing pretty much about the whole MEPS experience, pretty much what's going to end up happening. So they're pretty much just going to, they're also going to do like a saliva sample to make sure that, you didn't drink the night before and some bullshit like that you might have done. And then and you're going to go to these 5 stations where, yes, they're going to, first one, there's going to be sight. The one that I went to, you don't have to go in a specific order. But you do have to accomplish these 5 things, which is you have to get a sight test, you have to get a hearing test, you have to do a crab walk and a physical where just make sure your joints are all good and stuff, that your weight's in order, and then there's one where, yes, it's true, you're gonna have to get your anus checked. I'm gonna be straight up about it, but it's gonna happen, and the best thing to do is just be an adult about it. And lastly, you're gonna get your piss test. Now, I made a 17-minute video about mine. Pretty much to make a long story short, I held mine in until I could actually go take a piss. Yes, I held my piss from 4 o'clock in the morning all the way to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you got to do that, then go ahead and do that. If you don't have to do that, then why would you? And then, so that's why you really should just, focus on those things, get those done within 1 day, because some people don't get that done within 1 day and they have to come back another day. And lastly, you're going to be given a list. Once you're done with everything, you're going to be given a list of what jobs you want. Now here's a very important key that I want you to pay attention to right now. Okay, they're going to offer you jobs. Now they're going to make you take one open job. An open job is pretty much a job that's an open, where the Air Force picks a job for you, but you pick a category. There's 3 of them. There's only open electrical, open general, and open mechanical. So if you can't see yourself being a mechanic, do not put down open mechanical. If you cannot imagine yourself being an electrician, do not put down open electrical. Okay, it's that simple. If you can't do those 2 things, and if those are 2 things you never ever consider to be wanting to be able to do, just pick open general. Okay, it's not hard, because once when you're done swearing in at the very end of this, at the very end of your MEPS, you're gonna go back. Your recruiter's gonna get your 10 jobs that you wanted, and from there you're gonna go ahead and they're gonna pick the first job that shows up. And most of the time it's an open job. So, and if you're gonna get an open mechanical, that's where you're gonna end up getting, and then you're gonna end up getting a mechanical job. And you could still, but the thing is, you still have the right to turn it down. However, your recruiter's gonna hate you, and no other recruiter's gonna want to touch you after that. So that's all that I really have to say about MEPS. I want to keep it short, and if you're still interested in joining the military, just be prepared for MEPS. And do not do anything stupid like drink the night before, or go to a strip club the night before, or freaking do something retarded and not show up. That's even worse. But other than that, that's all. Have a good one.